welcome to race weekend number 5. You join me in South Africa, where we're hoping for a slightly better weekend than last time out. I personally take full responsibility for what happened to George and how he dropped down. I made him push his tyres. I should have gone for a different strategy. We will hopefully, fingers crossed, not be making the same mistake today. The three compounds have changed. We've got ultra soft, super soft, and soft. I'm very excited about this Grand Prix. The track looks awesome, and I'll smash out practice now, and I'll see you guys again for a bit of qualifying. Right, so a 9th and 19th place. I probably don't even have to tell you who finished where. It's pretty obvious. I'm not that comfortable. I don't think we're going to have a good weekend. We're going to go out on the ultra softs, obviously in qualifying, to give us the best possible chance of a lap time. Wow, they do not like there. George can have that. Go out on the ultra softs. It's the smart thing to do. And Latifi, we need to give him more downforce. Just give him a little more. And he will also be going out on the ultra softs, which he didn't use in practice. So if we take qualifying, I believe it's Latifi's weekend to go out first. So here he goes. He's going out alongside somebody. I'll look to get these tyres and brakes optimised. Really hard to get all this. Right, I was focusing on getting his tyre temps perfect, which I have managed. Now we will send out Russell. Who should have a faster track, theoretically, with more rubber down. Well, start by going with a little bit of green. We've got to get these tyres up a little bit now. And he's got perfect tyres as well. Latifi, we'll see where he ends up. We'll speed this up now. This circuit looks so awesome. Russell is 1.7 seconds down. That's not quick. Russell has put in a terrible lap. So Latifi at the moment certainly done a lot better. It's hard to tell what way the track is on this, I won't lie. Well, I know you want to go out again, so Latifi will go out again on a new pair of ultra softs, and then once his lap's done, we'll get Russell out again, because that was a terrible lap from George. So Latifi. We should have time. Oh no, he's down. He's already down. Oh wow, he's doing a terrible lap now. Now George will go again. What if we get the brakes in the green, or try to get the brakes in the green? Will that? Perfect for them. Cold on tyres. What's that going to do for us? He's green. At least he's green. He's green, but it's still not pretty from George. It is not a pretty lap from George. We will just accept what we have it, 'cause they ain't going to get around. But this might not be George Russell's track. George Russell qualifies P18. That is shocking. Geez, a lot of drivers with injuries. So you got Giovinazzi with a fever. Leclerc still got that dodgy neck. And it's a dodgy neck for Esteban Ocon. Latifi has, for the first time, made it into Q2. At least I think it's the first time he's made it into Q2. I can't imagine he'll go any further. It is Nicholas Latifi, but it's a little something to be proud of. We'll send him out. To think Nicholas Latifi might be our main driver this race, our main chance of points. Oh, I've completely forgot about this. He's a little ways off. I say a little ways off, he's quite a ways off. Just see what we're looking at when everyone's done a lap. So at the moment we're looking at Latifi, P11, Mazepin is P12, Schumacher, both Hasses. I didn't notice that. Both Hasses are in Q2. So we'll wait a little bit. I know you're going to do enough lap, don't you worry, mate. Just let me time it. Just going to wait, let this time tick by a little bit. He's only going to get to do one lap. Right, let's go. Okay, he's not going to improve here, is he? Let's be honest. No. We messed up the outlap. So Latifi is going to qualify in 13th place. But is not pole, because it's only Q2. I was about to say it's pole for Ricciardo. Says Mick Schumacher P15. Mazepin P14, so we have crucially outqualified both of them. Lando P12, Carlos Sainz is out in P11. Kimi Raikkonen placing the Alfa Romeo P5. He is something else. Right, so we'll simulate Q3. We'll see what people put out there. It's Verstappen currently. Looks like Verstappen may be heading for pole because there's a bit of rain. That it has secured Max Verstappen on pole. Fair play. So Max gets pole from Hamilton. Hamilton unused ultra softs as well. And here we are at race day in Cape Town. We're starting P18 and P13. Do we start on the ultra softs? They're not going to have a big part to play, the ultra softs, so I'm not going to focus too much on them. Do I try something different with George? I'm kind of deciding whether I just go on to some softs for a little bit. We're going to do that. We're going to go softs with George. Start, well, super soft. Latifi can start on ultras. So the grid is Max from Lewis, with Valtteri and Ricciardo on 3rd and 4th. Checo in 5th, Seb starts 6th, Pierre Gasly starts 7th, and Yuki Tsunoda in 8th. The 5th row consists of Kimi Raikkonen and Lance Stroll, and then in 11th place is Carlos Sainz, followed by Lando Norris. Nicholas Latifi got himself into 13th ahead of Nikita Mazepin, and then Mick Schumacher in 15th alongside Esteban Ocon. Charles Leclerc was 17th with George Russell 18th, and Antonio Giovinazzi starts 19th with Fernando Alonso propping up the field. Right, here we are, and it's lights out, and Latifi gets a good start, and he gets Norris. Can he get Sainz as well around the outside? No, and Norris is looking to fight back. Latifi now alongside Sainz, and he's through. Latifi into 11th. George Russell's flown up to 14th. He's battling for 13th. Latifi's battling for 10th. He's been forced wide, and he gives up the place. And Latifi now drops behind Sainz, but he gets that place back as well. So he looks to get past Stroll if he can, and he will, I think, in straight line speed. He will indeed. And now Russell's going to have some ERS to go with, and so will Latifi. Oh, it's carnage. How many cars are just bombarding it at the moment? It's absolute pure carnage. I can't even commentate. I don't know what's going on. Latifi's in 10th. Russell's coming out of this in 12th, I think. Latifi's up to 7th, and his ERS is just ending now as he gets up to 6th. We'll have a quick look at the tyres. Latifi's on 82%, George is on 87%. So we've got 6th and 11th as things stand. And Latifi's going well. He's going very well. George is battling away in the midfield. I think he's got to 11th as well. And Latifi's quite comfy where he is at the moment, by the looks of things. He's quite happily driving around there. George is into 9th. I don't know where George is finding this pace from at the moment. Well, he's in 10th. He's dropped back down. but both Williams drivers are having a very good start. We've got to focus on Latifi because his pit will come first. So we look like he's just going to station himself here, and it looks like Russell's just going to station himself in 10th, if possible. I can't see Latifi catching up to Gasly, even if he is on fresher ultra softs, which he is. Can we just use what's left of this just to try and get a bit closer to him? Maybe we can, and we have got a bit closer to him. George is up to 9th. He's using those super softs quite well. He's actually got quite a nice little gap to Schumacher. Or is it because people are pitting? It might be because people are pitting. And Gasly pits from in front of Latifi now. So Latifi, Norris and Sainz. Sainz is gaining now on those super softs. Are we gonna pit Latifi? I think we're gonna pit Latifi, and we're gonna throw him on some softs and see how far he makes them last. And it might just be another pair of softs afterwards. His car's all okay at the moment. We are gonna recharge 50%. There we go. So Latifi in this lap. We now focus on George for a bit, who's going well in 5th at the moment, but he will have to pit again. In fact, what we might do with him is we might push bit of ERS, get him away. Now it's all about when do we pit George Russell. He's going well. His tyres are certainly going well. Get him to use some ERS. I'm going to call him in this lap, and he will go on to a set of softs as well. Charge him by 50%. Pit. So that's his stint done. Now it's all about Latifi. No mistakes there. So Latifi is currently defending from Raikkonen. Have we got the jump on Raikkonen? I feel like we've got a jump on Raikkonen there. I guess we'll see exactly where Latifi is once these cars who are leading away at pit. So Russell is now gonna use his ERS up to try and get past a couple of these other cars if he can. He's got past one. Kimi's now using ERS. We'll use ERS to fight back a little bit with him. Kimi's got a little bit of a slipstream going. We've got the inside line there, but we haven't here. This is a battle and a half between Kimi and Latifi. Latifi actually fends him off quite well. These cars in front still not pitted. Oh, Sainz and that. Sainz is pitted, and he has leapfrogged Latifi. Same with Norris. Well. That is a bit annoying. We're going to see if we can use that little bit of ERS maybe to just compete with Kimi with George. George is passed. So we sit 13th and 14th. but cars in front are still to pit. 10th and 11th. We're going to use so a little bit of VRS to try and break away from Russell a little bit. Russell's got a gaggle of cars trying to get past him, and they probably will. Ricciardo has anyway, but he will have to pit beforehand. Russell really does have a gaggle of cars fighting with him, but like I said, our focus at the moment is definitely Latifi. He's the one that's in the points. Well, Russell's in the points, but Latifi's further in the points. He's just dropped out of the points. We're looking to go a stop or two, one more stop from here. I cannot see other teams doing that at the moment, but whether they can or not is something else, I suppose. Do that. Russell can have some ERS if he can get himself back up in these points. He's into 9th. He's got a right ding dong of a battle going on. Gonna let him go past the pits this time, and he will then pit this lap. Is it going to be that? Would it really? Is he going to go that far? We're going to go one more lap. We're going to get him to push these tyres. Now we'll pit him. If they look like they're going off, we will have to obviously change away from. So in he comes. He will come in at the end of this lap, which means we can now focus on George, who's in 6th, and he can use this little bit of ERS because he's going to have more handed to him. So George goes through. George might be the one who could do this, actually. George might be the one who could do the one stop. I'm really struggling to see how Latifi will, but George almost definitely can. I understand you're seeing graining, don't you worry. Just trust me, yeah, George? And George will come out of here in 18th. But now it's all about Nicholas Latifi. George can now use some of his ERS to get going. We may have to turn down his driving style to try and conserve his tyres. This Aston Martin behind him is so racy, it's kind of stopping me from doing that. And that ruins our plan. In fact, that ruins our whole race. He needs to pit for Inters, which will go to the end. But our whole race is just ruined by that. Shall we fix that part? We will fix that part. We're going to have to double stack. Russell's going to get absolutely screwed here. I feel so bad for Russell. He's literally going to get so screwed. So in we come. Right, let's go. Let's race. George Russell is in 20th place. th place. Latifi is in 10th. Bless him. We're going to slow it down for these last few laps now. We can't pit again. Can we? We kind of have to if it's that wet. Did not see this coming down this heavily. Latifi's battling with a Mercedes. It's not that much difference. Genuinely, I think we were on. It's going to be a tyre thing again, and we're going to get let down from it because I refused to change, isn't it? That's what it's going to be. I refuse to change tyres and we're just dropping back like a lead balloon. He did just pit that other car. Everyone in the end pitted again. The rain ruined it for us anyway. If it stayed dry, I genuinely think we were on for a points finish. But it is what it is. Sometimes you get let down by the weather, and that's what happened. If we'd have held out maybe and just not pitted until it was time for wets, we may have gained there. But in the end, it's a 13th place finish for Latifi, 18th place for Russell, which I think is where they qualified. So that's pretty ironic. The rain just threw us all out there completely. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. In terms of the championship, Hamilton leads the way, 27 points ahead of Max. Valtteri's there in 3rd. Perez in 4th. Carlos in 5th. You know, George is there still in 13th with 7 points. But the Haas have picked up their first point, and as you can see, they are now only 6 points behind us. We've got to end this barren run at some point. Hopefully soon. Hopefully a dry race next time as well. Hamilton just keeps on racking up these victories. Shocked that Latifi did so well compared to Russell though. At one point I thought we were going to get both cars in the points, and I think that would have been, had it stayed dry, I think we would have had both cars in the points. But it is what it is. We'll have to build ourselves up again. There we are. So what is next time? So next one is Black Sea, which I believe is Russia. The Russian Grand Prix. Top speed, medium speed corners and high speed corners, all crucial. We're going to have to develop the car, we're going to have to push, we're going to have to do a hell of a lot better than we did this weekend, despite a respectable 13th place finish. We're going to have to do better. If you've liked the episode, please give the video a like. and subscribe. We've got a lot to think about, a lot to work on, ready for Russia. I'll see you then.